Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining me on this YouTube video. Today, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of how I became a millionaire by 28. So I'm going to actually show you my nitty-gritty numbers, how much I actually have on each house, the equity share, how much cash flow, all of that type of stuff. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you an overview of basically what my rental portfolio looks like, how much equity I have, what I purchased my houses for, how much appreciation I got, and what the current value of my homes are. So here's actually the current value of my homes. It's based off of a couple things: Zillow, Redfin, realtor.com. Basically, I took and Trulia, I took a couple estimates and I basically put whatever was the average value of my houses at the current moment as of November 6, 2021. So these are the values added up. So I have a portfolio of $2.2 million. And my actual equity on the property, basically taking the value of the house and subtracting out the loan, my current loan balance on the house. This is the equity that I have on each property. So the first one I have 428,000, then 270,000, 233,000, 256,000, and about 100,000. So that adds up to about $1,289,000 in equity on these houses. I actually purchased all these houses for a total of about 1,600,000. So that means that the houses gained about $588,000 in appreciated value. Now, let's say I were to fire sell all these houses. To calculate how much money I would have to put towards commission, like the real estate agent commission, I take the $2.2 million and multiply by about 6%, which gives me $132,000. So basically, $132,000 is going towards the real estate agent to sell the house. And then I have to calculate depreciation recapture taxes and capital gains tax. So depreciation recapture, for those who don't know, basically every year you subtract a certain amount of money as depreciation from your profits, and you actually get to keep that money, and basically you save that money in taxes. So what you do is you multiply basically whatever your capital gains is. In this case, my capital gains is 588,000 because that's how much the house went up in price. And then you multiply that by about 35%. So that will take into account capital gains plus the depreciation recapture taxes. And that's considered a safe napkin number. Basically, it's very conservative, but it should all fit within that umbrella. So what you do is I took 588,000 and multiplied that by 35%, which got me $205,800. So adding up the commission plus the depreciation recapture, that's a total of $337,800 to sell my houses. Now, if I take my equity on the house, 1.29 million, and you subtract out the expenses for selling the houses, that leaves me with 1.29 million minus 337,800 is $951,200. So if I were to fire sell all my houses, I would come out with about $951,200 after all the taxes, expenses are paid, and the real estate agent is paid and all of that. Now, I also just recently purchased a sixth property. I put $100,000 down on that property. So I would say, if I were to keep that and, fire sell all my other houses, I would be at a total of about $1.05 million in net worth. And that would be basically cash in the bank. Now, this took me about 5.5 years to build up, guys. And you have to realize, I didn't use all of my own money. In fact, I did use other people's, not just the bank's money, but I partnered with my dad on one of the properties, and he was getting some rent from that. And I also reinvested all of the cash flow I had on the house, and I reinvested the equity I built up on the house using something called a HELOC. Basically, when the house goes up in price, I'm allowed to take some of that amount out for a down payment towards the next house. And that was how I was able to accelerate my growth. So after 5.5 years, basically I became a millionaire. So that's my story on how I became a millionaire by 28. And it really does compound and add up, guys. What's really important is that you buy as many houses as you can as soon as possible and then just let it build up over time, because 5, 6, 7, 8 years later, pretty much everyone could become a millionaire in real estate just by reinvesting your cash flow, reinvesting your equity, all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot of interesting insights from seeing behind the scenes of my portfolio. And I'll see you guys on next week's video. Please remember to like and subscribe.